Keyboard Exchange International. Beautiful people, y'all hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and that way you'll know when they have beautiful instruments that have been saved from fires and saved from various, they really are trying to save these B3 organs, and y'all can help them by subscribing and ringing the bell.
So folks, here today what we're doing is giving a brief demonstration on an organ that's been created here in the electronic shop. The actual cabinetry is custom made, and you know, Randolph, if somebody had to get an organ up a flight of steps or into tight cramped space, this is built to be able to have the legs to be easily removable.
Oh yeah.
And I've envisioned just this morning, in fact, you know, at first I was thinking you'd take a socket wrench, you know, take the legs off, but you could do what they do at NASCAR race, you know, put your socket on the end of a zip drill, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so if you wanted to take this organ apart, it'd be zip,
Yeah.
you know, like 4 tires, 4 legs, it could be that quick.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, just put something underneath it to hold it up while you're zipping off the legs.
Yes, sir.
I just thought of that this morning.
That's pretty cool. It's kind of remind me of in the early days where the guys were chopping down the cabinets. You no longer have to do that.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
It's much cleaner.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
When you say the guys, I remember chopping down one C3. I only think I did it one time.
Okay.
Okay, but after that I became more aware, and at the time I was able to help someone else. They needed a whole bass pedal section
Okay.
with the wiring and everything, so I put an ad in the Bylines press up in New York years and years ago. They had some organ that they were restoring, and they needed the whole bass pedal. So I say I have it, you know. So when they and if you're the person we did this with, you might remember and give us a call. Let us know how you're doing. They showed up, and I demonstrated that everything was working because the organ was set up and playing. It was a blonde C3.
Oh wow.
And then they said, well, how do we get those parts out of there? I shouldn't even admit this, I really shouldn't, but I think I've redeemed myself by restoring lots of them, and we still have legs in the back to restore more.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. But this was a C3, it was a blonde C3. And then right there in the front of him, we disconnected the wiring, and I took my saw. Don't do this, folks. Learn from our mistakes. This is not what you're supposed to do, but like you said, a lot of young guys, they needed something that was a little more portable, so they'd take a full-size organ,
Yes.
and they'd cut it down to make it fit under the bus,
Yes, sir.
or their van, or whatever. In my case, it was a Volkswagen van at the time, you know?
Yes.
We as musicians kind of do what we have to do, but okay, that's the end of confessions.
Yes. Let's avoid that, please, people.
Yeah, absolutely. But this, you don't have to do that. You know, you can have the appearance of the style of a B3.
Oh yeah.
Which is kind of like one reason why people love B3s. This has all the parts in it that a B3 might have. Now currently we have it set up so Randolph could control the speed of the upper rotor with the foot switch.
Yes.
Now, Randolph, as an alternative, we have it set up so that if someone would like to use a hand switch, like was more traditional, we're going to have this Velcro, and then you just unplug the foot switch and plug this in. So you have a choice. It comes with both types of switches.
Cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah. And then we have a real heavy-duty wooden cover that covers all the keys to protect them during transportation. And then this, Leslie, is that Line-X material that they use on pickup trucks.
Yes.
This is another shorter version here.
Which is my favorite, by the way.
Yeah, this happens to be Randolph's favorite Leslie speaker. And they all have 122 power amps. And then we have another Line-X Leslie back here. For example, if somebody wanted 2 Leslies on this one organ, you know, we're ready to deliver it that way. And Randolph, you should probably explain how we're controlling the volume on this, because this is also the way I controlled the volume. A friend of mine modified the bass pedal drawbar.
Yes.
So show people how that works.
So we in the process of putting this organ together, we were trying to figure out how we're going to control the organ, the volume control with not having the expression pedal. Mr. Jim, as he mentioned, told us what a guy did for him years ago, and we kind of
Decades ago.
customized something. So basically now at this point, the volume control is controlled by what was originally the 16-foot drawbar for the bass pedals. So here is what that would sound like.
Yeah, it's cool because for someone who might like this organ in a rock and roll band, for example, or in your home, it really doesn't matter. You could stand up and play it, or you can use your feet for other things, stepping on effects loop, effects devices, because you can hook this up to effects just like you could hook up a guitar. We've had a few videos made for that where we'd have to install the effects loop wiring.
Exactly.
And the other thing that we could do is we could put a solid state preamp in this organ if someone wanted it. So it's all kinds of options, but for now we're just giving you a bit of a demonstration. Randolph, why don't you take it out with a little more of that happy blues you were playing, and thanks for your time and attention, folks. Hi, I'm Jim Huss, speaking with you from the showroom at Keyboard Exchange International. We'd like to thank all of you who have helped us grow our business for the past 51 years, and it is our intent to find good homes for all the instruments we have gathered from all over the United States. Thank you to the families that have preserved the instruments and then sold them to us, knowing that we would find good homes for them. If you, on the other hand, are in need of an instrument, please give us a call. There's been a lot of effort to gather these instruments together, and we would like to make you part of the Keyboard Exchange International family. Let's all work together to keep these fine instruments going long into the future so that we now and future generations can continue to enjoy the wonderful sound of the Hammond tone wheel organ. God bless. Signing off.